Is that what?
And the people found out. When the people find out the precious Super Bowl dip is comprised of mainly avocado, also tomatoes, sometimes onion, it's a bit much for me, obviously, with the spilkis and...
Excuse me one second. Democrats, can you please stop forcing trotting Schumer out there? Every time Trump traverses into the unreal, he's not good at this. What is the decision-making process here? Hey, who should we get out there to effectively battle one of the most savvy presidential media manipulators in history? Oh, I don't know. How about Schumer? He's uninteresting, but at least he's monotone. Oh, wait. And Chuck, before you go out there, you look too young. On these readers and lower them on your nose.
It's good. He's right about this.
Honestly, listening to Chuck Schumer speak on almost any topic makes me want to bomb Canada.
Like, if the Democratic Party is supposed to be the party that protects the government and the federal agencies, and it's a big point of divergence from the Republican Party that seeks to undermine federal regulatory agencies, then this is a fantastic opportunity to communicate that message, okay? To show this separation at a time when the Republicans are flooding the market with a sea of misinformation and consistently trying to create propaganda to explain why they must destroy the National Institute of Health, for example. Okay, you should be screaming from the rooftops of how devastating this would look like as Donald Trump seeks to undermine it. Even the past couple of weeks of like the aviation disasters that took place is a great opportunity to talk about how the ATC is underfunded, how many of the air traffic towers do not have the necessary resources and the labor power to ensure safety in air travel. It's incredibly important, and they're just not doing that at all. And the overarching Democratic Party response to all of this is we pick our battles and we lay down on the train tracks. That's what he said. That's what Chuck Schumer said. Incredible amounts of messaging opportunities for them, even from the optics front. You know what I mean? Like, even if you want to win, like, I'm putting on my Democratic Party consultant hat for a brief moment and saying, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Kidding, of course, by the way. We have a couple of Canadians here from Montreal, and I don't want to upset them because I'm going to need an apartment soon.
Now, before we get rattled by Trump's 2 to 2.5 front trade war, please understand, Mexico has already today received a
Jasmine Crockett? No, she's also not great either.
30-day stay on tariffs by promising 10,000 troops to the border. And we've promised.
Yeah, I saw some stuff that she said that was like, I saw some stuff that she said that made me feel like she is also hitting like rad lib notes rather than a pro-labor attitude. Bro doesn't like anyone law. I mean, yeah, I have criticisms of every single politician, okay, including Bernie Sanders, but I love Bernie Sanders. Okay, she's an opportunist. She has no values but to climb the ranks. Yeah.
To stop the inflow of guns. So, self-invented crisis averted.
If you want me to tell you who I like from the new crop of talent in the Democratic Party, Summer Lee, Greg Kazar, obviously the old guard now of the squad is still pretty solid overall, even though there are mistakes that they make from time to time. They're good. I wouldn't say, I don't know enough about Maxwell Frost. I do know that he went back and forth on Israel-related issues, and that's a telltale indicator for me that there are certain lines that a lot of young politicians refuse to cross. And this was when he first won his election. Dog, Greg Kazar is literally not pro-Palestine. What? Yes, this is also an issue. You're absolutely correct on that. Okay, I hear Richie Torres is a good one to watch. Yeah, okay, dude, it's a good one. Greg Kazar has also had some wishy-washy takes on Israel as well, which is, again, an indicator that you are susceptible to lobbying, an indicator that you are susceptible to not reading the room. Right? But at least Greg Kazar has like a strong labor background and also a track record of being not only pro-labor but like having successes in local positions.
Canada do. I'm sure there's an equally performative gesture Canada could.
What I'd like to see Canada become our 51st.
Mexico, you just sent a few troops to the border. But Canada, if you could, I don't know, cease to exist as an independent entity. What's that, Mexico? No, there's only 51 states. There's no 52nd. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Washington, D.C.? Go f yourself. All right. What's that, Puerto Rico? No, it's Canada. I think you know why. Canada. All right. Of course, by the way, since we even were writing this show at like 4 p.m., Trump has already said now he's going to pause the tariff war with Canada as well because...
That's classic. Act like you're going to break something, get a lot of pushback, then say, okay, I'm not breaking the thing that I was going to break, and then turn around and chalk that up as a W to your dumbass fan. Ridiculous. And he did this a lot. He did this so much in his first presidential administration. So it should not be surprising that he's doing it like a Chuck.
Of course, it makes sense to wrap up the trade war, right? So that we as a country can focus on the biggest thing that's weakening our great nation.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. MAGA world's blamed this scourge for everything from the fires in California.
So you think the Gaza thing is in that vein? No, I think the Gaza ownership thing is more nefarious. The Gaza ownership conversation is just also classic Trump, which is saying the quiet part out. Democrats would never make the mistake of openly stating that they have a desire to do mass ethnic